Bucks are 16-1 when Dame scores 30 points or more this season, and they're 9-3 in their last 12 games. So, Gil, what does a win like this without Giannis do for the Bucks' confidence as they get ready for the playoffs?
Get him, Gil. Get him.
The Buck killer.
This ain't about the Bucks' confidence at all, because these are two different teams.
Yes.
Right? These are two different, completely, we're not worried about this team. What's the record when Dame does what?
So Dame without Giannis, I believe, is 3-1 this season. Giannis without Dame this season is 0-5.
Yeah. So that's the issue. The issue is,
and when he scores,
who's going to
record?
Are they going to realize that the offense needs to be for Dame, not Giannis anymore? Because that is the problem. The problem isn't Dame and everybody else. The problem is Dame and Giannis learning how to play together. Because right now, all Dame's explosion, Giannis is gone. Them double teams don't even matter, right? So when Giannis is gone and you can focus on Dame, he's busting y'all ass. When Giannis is there, he struggles.
Yep.
But I think that's a mental thing for Dame, because he's still getting the shot attempts.
Exactly.
It ain't like Giannis is not giving him the ball. Giannis get his every way. The offensive rebound, transition. Giannis sits for 8 straight minutes so Dame can do his thing. It's just like Dame it's like a block, a mental block he has when he plays with Giannis, because Giannis don't limit him at all.
Well, if you think about Giannis off the ball, what is Giannis doing off the ball?
Slashing and rebounding.
So when he not in the game, he actually got
more space.
Shooters in more space.
But he shoot 3 step backs anyway. He ain't. Giannis be way over there.
The only guy that's not shooting on the floor when he on the floor with Giannis the only non-shooter.
The Giannis man is not so far away. He's not even a help.
They double off a Giannis man, which is, I know, right? So when he does a pick and roll with Giannis's man, they double him.
But a lot of times he ain't doing pick and rolls with Giannis man no more.
He does.
They doing it with Brook Lopez now. And Giannis be standing way over there, so Giannis man is not even in the play.
Think about it. Right? So that's what I'm saying. The two deadliest people can't even play together because they don't know how.
Yep.
Right? So Dame doesn't want to do pick and roll with Giannis, even though that's the play that
they
Doc
should. That
wants.
should be the most.
He wants to do pick and roll with Brook, because you can't double off of Brook.
Right.
So
I think it can work.
So they're playing two different offenses inside the same offense, and they're not.
Giannis is not in the doghouse. Think about it. If Giannis is down in the doghouse and you playing pick and pop with Brook, it's a better opportunity for Giannis to get it off the glass or to duck in if he actually turned the corner on a double.
But he is rebounding and getting it off the glass.
But that's not the pick and roll that they're doing. They're doing pick and roll. Giannis is popping. He becomes a liability.
They've learned not to do it with him.
But he's not even doing slow roll. He should slow roll it so he can Draymond it. Yeah. When he get the ball in the mid, now he can make a decision. But then there's no doghouse for him to make that extra pass. That's Brook in the corner, and you got you're spreading.
I think Dame got to learn how to be a little bit more dynamic with the pick and roll and don't be so set in his way of, because he got to adjust. He has to adjust. He never won a championship. Giannis didn't win one. Dame got to adjust a little bit to learn how to manipulate the pick and roll, because it should be a deadly pick and roll with him and Giannis. If he manipulate it right.
It's just a double, pound. They just, I wouldn't even, what happened to the old pistol two-man game?
Some teams
when you come off when you come off the top.
No, just you have the 3-man game over there. Me and you have Giannis at that mid post
elbow,
free throw elbow area.
Throw it to him.
Run off. Take off.
Yeah. And he can give it to him, or he can give it to him.
That's what they do in Denver.
That's what they do in Denver.
That's exactly what they do in Denver.
And then Dame goes to the corner. If they messed up on it, if not, you can sit there and then what?
Dribble handoff.
Yeah.
Dribble handoff.
Or go right, turn the corner. Chris Webber, Mike Davies.
If you want to try to double me right here, Giannis is 15 feet away from the basket now.
Man.
And now that K-Mid is back, once Dame come off, now you can dribble handoff with K-Mid. And
and you got the weak side.
Now you got the weak side with the shooter.
Down.
Yes,
Yeah.
Doc never ran plays like that, so
that's
don't even.
crazy.
Doc never.
That's a solution, though, if you want to talk about them two on the floor together.
That's what I'm saying.
Mid-post action, splits.
Because that was never in his playbook.
I'm going to be honest, though. The game slowed down naturally anyway, so it's going to be okay and work itself out in the playoffs. I think they're going to be a hand.
They can get hurt in the playoffs, too. They can get hurt in the playoffs because Giannis already gets stuck in his ways in the playoffs when they try to load up. And if Dame realizes, y'all loading up on him, let me do my thing, The defense and Dame's deciding to go pick and roll where Giannis could really. I mean, with Lopez.
Yeah,
could.
but with Middleton back, you also have another shooter.
Yep.
Yes. That second unit when Giannis go sit down,
Yeah, that's
Dame and Middleton, that could be nice.
Hopefully Dame don't do one of these.
The question is this, though. The question is this. Is Giannis a ball stopper because he's the star of the team? And you think about what I'm saying. When the ball's moving and Giannis gets it, he wants to make a move. He wants to do his thing. When the ball, and he's not in the game, what happens with the ball? Pop, 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 somebody makes him, boom, boom. The ball's never stopping. Even with Dame, that's why he keeps exploding for big points, because the ball is moving. When it's not in his hands, boom, 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 shot. Middleton in the post.
He throwing
boom.
get them quick actions.
Getting quick actions, right? So when Giannis is in the game, he gets the ball, he'll hold it. Is Giannis comfortable enough playing a role?
Why do he have to
in that new offense? Because he had to play a role where you're not the dynamic number one option.
But why would you want Giannis to be uncomfortable?
That's the point.
When he's
Because
Dame has to be comfortable.
But think about it. The way the offense is played now with this team and their success rate is the offense running through Dame and the team, not Giannis. So you can't use, and this might be the problem, you can't use, I'm a two-time MVP.
That's what he's doing.
And I'm a champion.
He's not doing that,
and says
though.
I'm a champ. No, I'm not saying he's
I'm
doing
about to say he
that.
ain't
I'm
doing
saying
that.
we can't say two-time NBA, MVP, and I'm a champion. We run it my way. If you use that logic, then we're gonna see is gonna be struggling.
But
you got to be able to understand as a champion. You have to probably go another way.
But Dame
we can't go this road.
Dame's shots are the same when Giannis plays versus when he don't play. It's just a matter of he makes them more when he don't play. So I don't think that Giannis should do anything but what he's been doing.
Yeah, but
Giannis is playing efficient basketball. He ain't playing a bunch of minutes. He's rebounding at a crazy clip
for himself.
for the team.
Nah, because why did they trade coaches?
Do you really want
You
to
know
get
why?
into that?
You know why?
You tell me why.
Because Giannis wasn't getting the touches that he. Why you think Giannis kept taking the clipboard? Hey man, let's do it. Let's do this where I get it and then I let me and then.
You really think that's why?
Bro, let me.
That is not why.
Listen, what changed? What changed?
You think
What
Giannis is
changed?
over there trying to?
That's what he took the clipboard, bro. He was on there
No, but
drawing
I'm
up
saying-
the play.
You
What you
think that
doing,
that's the-
Adrian? Let me do it.
That's not
Let's
why,
just say Adrian was trying to get Dame involved more.
That's Giannis.
It wasn't
clearly,
Dame that got rid of him.
Do you be watching your Milwaukee play?
Yes, bro.
Dame is able to shoot whatever shot he want with
talked
or
about
without
it.
Giannis on
Look,
the court.
we talked about it. That's why I said Gilbert, get him. Because we know that Doc is drawing up the same plays. He's drawing up the
He's drawing the
same plays.
same
And
plays,
we're
like,
like, ain't nothing changed except for the fact that Dame is out there by himself. Ain't no actions that's being ran.
No,
that's
it's the same
different.
shots.
That's what I'm saying. So it's like for Giannis,
why
he has
come
to
he can't
take
mentally-
the back seat.
But why come he can't make his shots and they both are going 35 and 35?
'Cause
Like
the
they
shots
did,
are
like they did a couple nights ago.
The shots are different.
They not different.
No, at the timing of the shots are different. If you look at the timing of the Dame shots, he keeps the ball in his hands the whole time. In the games Giannis play, Giannis gets it off the board. He's bringing it up.
You need both of those dynamics though. You need
You do.
both. You can't.
Go ahead,
You
go
can't
ahead,
just
Sean.
have. You need both
No,
of
I'm
those
saying you
dynamics.
do. But is it Giannis more so than Dame being in his head?
I
Right?
think it's Giannis.
Like
Dame is going through a lot right now.
Yeah.
In personal life.
It's-
He hasn't.
No
He's not
doubt.
himself yet.
No,
But he was himself last night.
Yeah, he
was
showed
himself last night.
flashes. He showed
What?
flashes.
No, he was. I agree with that, but I think that was also because Giannis ain't playing.
Exactly.
So I don't have to worry about or think about. I gotta find a way to get Giannis involved. So, to Norris's point, when Giannis is playing, I think Dame needs to just be Dame and stop worrying about. I get what you're saying.
How can he be Dame? How can he be Dame when
That's what I'm about.
I gotta now get Giannis the ball?
Giannis gonna get the ball anyway. You don't
like
gotta.
the-
You don't
it's
gotta
like-
spoon feed.
But
Giannis
when
gonna
he does
his.
get the ball, it's slowing down the process of the offense.
It's probably like the D'Lo. It's like the D'Lo LeBron thing. Whenever LeBron's off the floor,
D'Lo
goes ham. When LeBron comes on, he does more thinking.
Yeah,
So
but D'Lo ain't
dog,
Dame.
We know
Dame
that
is
happens.
It happens, but Dame is a different caliber player.
Yeah, but
Dame is Dame.
But he
it
came, he
shows-
left his castle to come to somebody. Now he feels like he has to divert the
That's
the
him.
range.
Giannis has already let him know the range is yours.
But
Do
this
you?
is- it's different when you walk around.
Giannis has put,
Dame, it's
Nah,
do you?
Nah. It's still
Do
different
what
when you
you
walk
wanna do.
around somebody else's castle.
gonna get 30
and
and 12
everybody
no
else
matter
is,
what.
like, trying to salute Giannis when he come through, but they can't salute you the same way because this ain't really your shit. We don't really know you like that, bro. Even though the king done said, no, he good, y'all.
Yeah, he good. He's good.
They like, nah, B, you good. He ain't good.
But that take time too, though. Watch when the playoffs happen. Watch what
You
happens.
know how you said Dame's still getting the same shots? Funny story. Rudy T and Kobe, right? This was after the Golden State Warriors game. This is like when Rudy T got fired, right? And they was having a meeting, and Rudy T sitting there crying about he don't know what to do, right? You know, I don't know what to do.
Crying.
I gotta tell the story the way the story was. I can't say he was in there laughing. And Rudy T was like, I draw up a play, you don't like to play. You say you need 27 shots, you want 20, you're getting 27 shots. Coach was like, it ain't the way I'm getting my 27 shots, not the way I want it. Right? He was like, you want the ball, I just have you take the ball out, you can get the ball, run for it. Did Jordan have to dribble the ball up the court, or did Jordan get in his spot? Yeah, I'm getting 27, but it ain't the 27 that I wanted. You know what I
way I
mean?
want it.
Yeah, like,
Efficiently.
I want the ball in these spots. You telling me to take the ball out and get it and dribble up
Play
the
the
court.
point guard.
That's not how I get my points. So it is a thing.
But Dame is getting his shots how he get them. He's coming off pick and roll, sidestepping. He's ISOing. They give him the ball at the end shot clock. He getting his shots. It's just when Giannis play,
It's the spacing
they
not
don't
the same.
It is the same.
It's not, 'cause
He's not.
Giannis is in the way.
No, he's not.
Your ass
He's
in
not
the way.
running every pick and roll with Giannis.
You in the way, bro.
Not anymore.
No, yeah, he's
I
not
can't
running
pass
every pick
it
and roll.
to you,
Bro,
and you put up
I'm
a brick,
watching him.
bro. You putting up bricks and shit.
Man, he
And he
gets-
over there like, come on, bro.
Bro,
God
he gets-
damn.
Whoa, hey.
He's missing.
Hey, no, this is what you're saying right now. What you're saying right now is the reason the league is different, right? When Giannis is on the floor, Dame is struggling because what? Giannis can't shoot the ball.
Yep.
Right? So
That ain't why Dame's struggling, though. We keep saying
hold
that.
on,
It's not why Dame-
hold
No,
on,
it's not.
It
Hold on.
is.
No,
So
it's not.
that one guy who can't shoot changes the dynamic of the floor, right? Because he can't shoot, changes the dynamic of the floor. Now when people argue about there's no more defense, that Giannis now has turned into a Jokic for someone like Murray. Right? You see what I'm saying? Now instead of having one guy that can't score, can't shoot, we got 5 people who can shoot. Now the mental of the guard. Now when he drives in, I can do any move. Like I see young fella Shea do moves that he knows there's no defense clocking back on him. He'll come in, cut him off. Like yo, you don't. He knows the guy who switched ain't trying to reach back
Because he got to
knows
stay on
I
his
got a
man.
shooter.
Yep.
Dame
The
can shoot any
what I'm
shot.
saying is the comfort level of the
Yes,
guys
bro.
now knowing that you can't double or do anything.
I can do my thing.
Is the reason that the defense look like there's nobody there.
Giannis-
But I mean, he just proved another point. So he's
Yeah, about to say that ain't this situation
No,
with
no,
Giannis
no.
because
I'm just saying-
Giannis
no.
is he's getting the
I'm just
same
saying
shots.
this.
And guess what? When he shoot and miss, guess who cleaning it up? Giannis is cleaning up on aisle 6, man. Shoot what you want to
But
shoot.
look, ain't no
I
missing
wasn't
when
talking
he
about
ain't in the
second
game, though. I don't need to clean up on aisle 6 because your ass ain't in my way.
He's not in the way.
Yes, he is. When he ain't on the floor, ain't nobody there. I'm doing my thing. Do you see how many
Not like-
layups Dame had?
So what about the
He
games
just
when they
had
both?
layups.
What about the game when they both
You know
went for
why?
30?
'Cause
They
you
both had 30.
stretching, right? If Brooke is stretching the floor on a pick and pop, and I'm going to the baseline, instead of a nigga trapping us and sending
So
me to
don't
the
play with
baseline,
Giannis? Oh.
so you sending me to the baseline on the pick and pop with Brooke?
So
with
what?
a full rotation, I can
Giannis
go
come off
lay
the
that
bench
bitch
now. huh?
up.
So Giannis come off the bench now. huh?
No. But, listen.
What we talking about, Shotty? What
Hey,
we
they never
talking
should have
about?
made the trade. That's what we talking
No,
about.
you two having one conversation. I'm back in a whole another conversation where I'm winning now. Right?
We talking
Where I'm
about
saying you got
having
5
shooters.
people out there.
You got a bunch of shooters, and you
Yeah.
got one nigga that's a
But
handicap.
I'm just saying, but listen, it's more than one way to play basketball. So your way is a way. That ain't that way, because you gotta have real shooting to do like that. And it ain't 30 teams that got real shooting to run that offense.
No, what I'm saying is what he's talking about, right? You see how easy it is for Dame to get to the basket when he knows there's nobody to protect the rim. That's what my whole argument was in today's game. It's not that there's no defense, no one's trying. The court is so spread when you have guards who can get to the basket. When they go, if they know 4 people are sitting on the perimeter, they sitting there playing lunch basketball. It's like one-on-one of them. That's my argument. I'm not with y'all. I'm not even on y'all conversation.
I know where he's going with it.
I'm not even on y'all conversation. I'm trying to kill a dead body right here.
He thinks that because we
believe in
he's talking
defense.
about
Yeah, I'm
over here like,
I'm with y'all too.
Sure, what he's missing. We were talking about effort. We were talking about effort.
Where was that
in
effort? He was making that layup.
But listen, no, it was non-existent. But the dynamic of when you got 5 shooters on the floor and Dame do go baseline, help guys still got to fucking come over.
There's still a rotation.
It's still a rotation.
And that rotation is all about effort.
That's it.
But also understanding where the rotation should come. The rotation ain't gonna always be the same.
Right.
And it's universal in basketball. The best player, even if there's shooters out there, you rotate to the best player. So if the best player is driving, it don't matter who the shooters are. You help the most dominant player, you help off of. No matter who out there open.
So what would make Dame upset is if Giannis keeps popping instead of rolling. If you roll, they have to collapse the paint.
That is true, because why are you popping? You're not a shooter.
You can't shoot. And that is his dynamic of space. And it's like, bro, you in the way. You supposed to be rolling.
So you telling me Giannis Antetokounmpo is picking and popping every time with Dame? That's what you sitting up here trying to tell me?
That's what we see majority of the time.
That's cap. That happens 3 or 4 times a game.
Giannis rarely rolls in the pick and roll, bro.
You're talking about now because they don't do the pick and roll anymore because of... But when he does it, like Giannis has to understand, when he does a pick and roll with Dame, he has to roll and be more Amari, Blake Griffin type in you two pick and roll.
But that also goes back to his point. Like, that also is going to take time for them to understand.
Because what did Giannis used to do? He would pick and pop and dribble handoff to the second side. Because Chris Middleton was coming up. Drew was coming off, you throw it back, and then you dribble handoff on the other side.
Jug you with this pick. Say it again.
Go ahead and do it, sure. Go ahead and do it.
No, I'm just saying, but that is something that he has to learn as a player. But that's called self-awareness too. That
for sure.
You don't have Middleton over there, so what you used to do, you can't do anymore. You don't have Drew Holiday.
Just came back now.
Because the reason you don't... When you did pick and roll with Drew Holiday, they did not double or do all that. So you can pop back and they're doubling now. So popping back hurts the double too.
Dame.
Yeah, it's
They're
Dame.
doubling because it's
so
Dame.
You have to adjust for him. Everybody else.
So tell me something. They doubling Dame when he come off pick and roll.
He throw it back to Giannis.
Who's open? And what happens? And what happens after that?
He holds the ball.
Holds the ball to go one-on-one.
That's why I say he ball stopper.
So he don't catch and drive down the lane and make and play plays out.
He tries. He tries. That's where you think the 3 turnovers come from.
He tries or he does?
It's not efficient anymore, right? Because remember, it used to be the 3-man pick and roll, pass it, Draymond Green, Clay,
whatever, second side, whatever.
That's not you can't do that anymore because the pick and roll that got that offense, they're not doing that with Dame. Now they're hard doubling and they're coming to you. You're looking, whoa.
Exactly.
But so why can't they do that if they put a shooter on the same side? If Giannis is rolling, they put a shooter over there. The shooter, he can't help. So now Giannis got a clear lane to go down, and if the other low man helps,
the defense
that's easy offense.
Because that wasn't Doc's offense.
That part.
That's real simple. Put a shooter on the same side. Giannis pop. If the guy come over, it's a shooter. It's a quick swing. That's easy. 2 people on the ball. You run out of people.
No one's guarding Giannis at that.
That's easy.
No, but Giannis not. No one's guarding Giannis on that pick back. When you throw it back to Giannis, they're in the lane.
Nobody's guarding.
He gets a running start. Shoot. Go ahead.
He gets a running start to the basket.
So now,
which is the best offense you want. A running start to Giannis.
That's why they don't like playing with that.
You would die by that.
They're not playing. They're not playing that.
You're not gonna beat
Dame
the Bucks.
is not fucking with that because you stopping the offense.
But that was, I think, but to be honest, that might have been the issue in the locker room with Coach Griffin. Right? This whole little pick and roll thing, because it was a problem, even though they was winning, that might have been the discussion that everybody was probably trying to figure out to have, the one we're having right now, and it was easier to say, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Now Doc is coming in and the only thing.
Doc took Giannis and put him
in the
up
corner.
the dunker in the corner.
But
And say go rebound when he shoot that.
I
wrong with
don't.
that?
The problem is they're having
Smart.
success. They're
What's that
having
offense?
success. They're having success, but they're having success without each other. So we don't even see the real problem.
Exactly.
Just a couple games ago, they both went for 30,
Yeah.
like 30
No, but
apiece.
that don't mean
No,
nothing.
I'm talking about I'm talking about.
I think they can.
It's like
they
the
can-
Suns,
they can
right? It's like the
duplicate that.
Suns. We see the spurts. We haven't seen them together to see
How it works.
are they clicking.
Yes.
Give them more time.
Yeah.
Trust
So I
me,
want to
give them
see,
more
like, I
time.
want them to play, at least play 10, 15 games so we can see what you look like together so we can actually fix the problem.
But we
Right now,
see-
it's just patch up
We
jobs.
see the
Well,
problem,
and
though.
also,
We see it, but they got to see it together
but
again.
also with Middleton.
Middleton,
And with Middleton,
he's
that's
gonna
what
make
I'm
it a lot
Bringing Middleton
easier.
in the mix changes a lot of how the defense will
Rotate.
defend. Yeah.
Yeah, see, like, Middleton is good for, Middleton and Dame, no problem. Because what Dame do, Middleton can shoot this and this. We have to see all three of them because the offense needs to be for all three. And the fact that they're coming back now Giannis is out, we need to see what they're going to look like moving in this next month, getting ready for playoffs.
We
Yeah.
talk Dame.
It's hard to know what we want.
Dame, Beasley, Middleton, Brook, and Giannis. That's they 5. Giannis rolling. They got to pick up the roller. If you even got Brook in the corner or Brook lifted, it don't fucking matter. He gonna be open because the big gotta take Giannis. It can't. If you put Beasley in the corner, that means guard. The low guard gotta take Giannis.
He's your road dunker.
lunch meat, right? So now
If Giannis rolls.
So what we did is we inverted. If Brook was lifted, you invert it, which is the big takes the low guy, and then the guard takes Brook at the top. So when we do the rotation, you're gonna take the roll guy. So when Giannis rolls, you got Middleton, Brook, and Beasley on the weak side.
But that can't be your offense the whole time.
But they not even doing it because Giannis is not rolling.
But they will now if they smart.
Well, that's what
They
we'll
start
see.
doing it now.
We'll see what the offense
But you
look like
can't
when
do that
everybody's
too much
there.
because you need Giannis to be in attack mode to draw fouls to get to the bonus.
Or you need
can't
to
have
play
him
team
just-
basketball and not worry about what Giannis
Well,
is
but
comfortable
if
with.
he-
That is team
Fuck
basketball.
that shit.
So-
Giannis roll to the fucking basket because we got a nigga that's better than you now out here playing on the offensive
That's
end.
cap.
On the offensive end, Dame Lillard is better than Giannis.
That's cap.
Right? I'm saying if Giannis.
And you know that's cap.
Dame Lillard is not a better offensive player than
What
Giannis.
were you saying?
My question?
No,
I said, who does that fall on, right? If Giannis isn't rolling,
It's not
where
being
does
told.
Doc
bro.
come? But where does Doc come in?
Don't get
Does
him
Doc,
started.
does Doc even see it? Does Doc see
Don't
it
get-
like we
don't
just broke
get-
it down?
See it.
Like,
Don't get
like,
guilt-
He has to see it.
Like, roll. Roll, nigga.
Film.
But you can't, man. You gotta establish a tempo of the game. Giannis has to be aggressive to draw fouls and break down the defense.
Was you gonna
But there's no
pick and
better
roll
way
with
for him
Shaq?
to do that
Pick and roll
than
with
to
Shaq.
roll to the basket.
Pick and roll with
I'm saying
Shaq.
If I'm guarding Giannis today and he's going to set a screen and just pop, I'm not going to go out and defend that. So
I'ma just
that's
double ding.
gonna-
And if he's
yeah.
picking and rolling, though, he's not going to
Absolutely.
be scoring as much, though. And you need him. You need both of them to score.
I don't think he should set a screen for Dame ever.
Yeah, that's
Why he's sitting in the
Thank
corner.
you.
But that's what Dame realized that though,
Bro.
But how do I tell you I don't want to do pick and roll with you when you and Drew Holiday used to do pick and
All
roll
the
all the
time.
time?
But Doc should be the one doing that. It shouldn't be Dame like, Giannis, I don't want to.
If you
I
did
think
pick
they-
and
I
roll with
think they-
Shaq,
Doc's still in
If you
Boston.
did pick and roll with Shaq and Shaq pop, how are we winning?
Don't say something funny.
If you go pick and roll with Shaq and Shaq pops, what the fuck is Shaq popping for?
That part.
Shaq, roll to the basket. Why? Because you're drawing the whole defense with the roll. Now we got wide open shots.
I think y'all just limiting their offense too much just for Dame.
no,
You limiting it too much because
I think the offense is limited. The offense has been limited. Like we're still going off of the success that they had then, and not realize that their offense has been struggling in the playoffs since.
Yep.
Right. We're still talking about the championship year, and they beat the Suns, and they went through there with a little bit of help, right, from referees and whatever. We can pretend that none of it happened, right? We can pretend that the Nets didn't get hurt. And we can all pretend
every championship you
that's
got
what
to
I'm
have
saying.
breaks.
But we can pretend that they were down 0-2 and the NBA had to bring in Scott Foster, who he got 2 wins, right? We're not going
We're
to
not
pretend.
going to discount.
wins.
We're not about to discount they
No, but I said
championship.
we
We're not
can
gonna do that.
pretend that it didn't happen, right? We can pretend that it didn't happen, but how has the offense been since then?
Yep.
They've been struggling. They've been having problems against Miami in the playoffs can't score. So there is a big problem there,
Facts.
and we're scared to address. No one wants to talk about it because they're champions and it's an MVP, and we pretend that you can't get better.
I think
So
it's a matchup problem.
I don't know.
with
This is
Miami.
the
I think Miami
question.
just match up good against.
Wasn't the reason for bringing Dame to do
clear
what
that
he's
up.
doing?
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah. That's
What?
before Doc got there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you gotta understand, even with Dame, you gotta score 90 points between your three best players, at least 90.
Always.
Or 80 something
You're
points.
Yeah.
So even with all this talk with Dame, Giannis still gotta get it.
yeah, he does.
He gotta get it.
Absolutely
And
Can I give you a
does.
putting him in
scenario?
pick and roll is not him getting it.
Can I give you a scenario?
No.
of pick
He's
and roll?
okay
No.
in that, but
No.
you gotta give it to him and let him do what he
That's
do.
also
Pick and roll.
not his strength.
Pick and roll. Throw back to Giannis. The not a weak side. What we doing? Giannis is forced to do what? Right?
How you
Go
gonna deny the
one-on-one.
weak side?
What Miami
Well, if
did.
they're
That's
gonna
what
come out
Miami
guarding,
Heat
so he
did.
don't shoot it.
That year that they lost, when Giannis came back, they literally picked Giannis is gonna pop. We're gonna deny the catch and pass pick and roll on the weak side.
Yep.
We're gonna deny that. And we're gonna force Giannis to take the ball from the top and make a play. And what we're gonna do when he starts dribble,
Load
we're gonna
up.
load
Load
the
up.
fuck up. And he gonna turn it over.
What team did you
That's
say?
What happened.
What team did you
the
say? though?
Miami Heat.
They're the only team that could have got that off.
Look, they
and
showed
Giannis
the
came back
but they
from
showed
injury
a
as well.
blueprint. So this year, everyone's seeing that shit, and we're like, okay, this is what Giannis don't like to do. He wants to catch it and swing it and go to the weak side so he can come off.
It ain't working though. It ain't working around the league. It ain't like it's working. It's only a few times where it's working.
But
what's
I
their
mean-
record? They still are in
It's
position
alright.
to where.
I can see it.
So it's
Yeah,
not like it's working around the league. They figured it out. The Heat
44
is just
24.
the Heat is just, supposed
44
to.
24?
The Bucks are currently 44-24. Celtics.
It is.
that
So it's
top
not
two
like the
pretty
league
much
can
like
figure Giannis out. That ain't what it is. You just Spo is a genius.
No,
You know what I mean?
it's-
You trying though? You holding on for
Spo
dear
is a
life.
genius,
You
like-
holding
No,
on for
but
dear life.
you know in the playoffs, round to round, it ain't the same. You can go from averaging 50 in one round and being a decoy in the second round to get out of that round.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if a lot of players know that. That happened to me.
Giannis and Dame ain't gonna never be no decoy though.
You got to.
Giannis is gonna be 30 and 15 no matter what.
And then that might
And
take
Dame-
an L. That might take
and
an
that's
L.
why the L's happen.
No.
Yes.
This is a true story. We're playing the Bulls, right, in the playoff, first round. Regular season, I averaged 33 against them. They couldn't stop me for nothing. Nothing. Struggled first game against them. Second game, thinking it's cakewalk. Scottie Pippen called Drew Clary. Drew Clary was his personal trainer there. And Scottie Pippen said, he's going to have to be a decoy. The Bulls is not going to let him win this series, him doing him. If he wants to get out of the first round and that team is going to be successful, he has to pass the ball. He can't average 30. He averaged about 15 to 20. They can beat the Bulls because they're not prepared for him
You a guard.
to pass the ball, right?
You a guard.
I had to look at those first two games, watching this rotate, load up,
Yep.
and said, damn, you're right.
You're right.
You a guard though.
Who's hurt?
I'm the scorer, though.
It's the number one option.
So
Yeah,
I'm the
but
number one option.
Giannis-
So I had to take a back seat.
Like I
How
just
is
been
Giannis
saying.
gonna take a back seat? He gonna get the rebound and gonna get 30.
Throw it up.
He gonna get the rebounds. He gonna get to the free throw.
pass
He
it
gonna
up.
get 30
Get the
because he don't
rebound.
even need
I
to
don't
play.
need him. What I'm saying is, I don't need him getting the rebound, trying to dribble down.
You
there.
do need that.
might
No,
not
you
be
don't.
that might
How do
work
you not need that?
That might work in one round. That might not work against Miami.
Agreed.
So he played Miami. He might have to be a decoy because Miami knows he don't want to be a decoy.
Kyle Lowry's getting charges because he's loading up in the lane. Charge.
You
turnover.
naming Miami
Kevin
Heat,
Love,
bro.
charge.
Y'all
turnover.
keep naming the
But
Miami
why
Heat.
can't it
The
be-
Miami Heat is the most different,
But why?
different
but
team
why-
out
but-
there,
no,
man.
no, but what I'm saying-
Spo is the
That's
most
what he's
different.
saying
What I'm
about
saying
the
is-
round one,
What I'm
first
saying
round.
is, if he played in round one, he might have to have 15 and 15 assists.
They're gonna lose if that happens. There's not gonna be enough points scored. Who's gonna score? You gotta score at least 110, 120 points.
No, you don't.
what I'm
Who's
saying
gonna
is-
score? Damn, even
Well,
if
what
Dame
I'm
had
saying-
50, you
what
gotta
I'm saying
have
is- think
more
about what I'm
points
saying
scored.
is 15 points, he might need 15 assists to
Yes.
get that 60-some
That's
points.
that 30, yeah.
But
that's
who's
that
gonna
30.
score though?
He got
Middleton,
15 assists. Somebody
Beasley.
scoring.
You got other shooters on the floor that he's gonna be passing to.
So you mean tell me Dame gonna go for 40 and then 4 other dudes are gonna have 20?
He don't gotta
That-
go for 40.
That ain't never happened.
He ain't gotta go for 40.
We can tell you right now, him trying to do it the way he's doing, he keeps taking L to them.
Period.
So the Milwaukee Bucks, second in the East right now, 44-24. The
No one
current
cares.
7th seed,
No one cares.
the Miami Heat. Let's move on to mostly fans. No one cares, Gil. No, let's move on to mostly.
Hey, look, no. That was a good win.
I don't want to see that in the first round. I don't want to see that in the first round. Because you know, I don't want to see that in the first round. Woo.
That was a good one. That's
But the 6th seed is the Pacers, so that's even worse for him. Pacers 4-1 against the Bucks this season.